some reason, we do not, and give them all the reasons. I know too many parents who are like, I might, this child of mine, I do love them, but hey, who, where can I drop them off? And I do think that there's a disservice done because, again, when we talk about voting, to your point, we talk about every 4 years. It's important to vote for the presidency. We don't realize, like, oh, snap, we actually can vote about, like, how much our libraries get. It's like small things like that, but they make a big difference.
When you think of voter suppression in this country, what does it look like for you?
It's the systems. When we talk about voter suppression, we also talk about systematic racism, right? It's all the systems that set up, and we've normalized. Okay, maybe your job will give you a half day, or maybe you'll be able to get this luxury. It shouldn't be a luxury. It should be built into the system. It should be built into the fabric of how we vote. But maybe you'll be able to get this luxury in order to enable you to go vote. Think about everything disenfranchised, marginalized Black person has to endure in a day. So in a day, you need to get to work. If something happens to your car, if something happens to your child care, if something happens to, there's so many factors along the way that can send you into a tailspin as an American. And then you add on as a person of color. If you're just trying to get to vote and you already have to go through all of these hurdles and hoops in your everyday life, imagine the one day when your voice really is supposed to matter the most in this country. But then you also see all the times that you tried to have your voice matter and then it's been shut down, repressed, told it doesn't matter. And then you're kind of like, what's the point?
How do we keep hope though? If I'm watching this right now, I want to I how do we as a people stay hopeful? How do we believe in the promise that these quote unquote forefathers have given us?
By the cross, like hope is infused in our DNA. Like you know what I'm saying? Like by the like if we haven't been broken down through, be it through slavery, through
Give
capitalism,
it to me.
through
Give it to me.
colonization, through segregation, through I mean, listen, the history of Black people in this country is at one point we were 3/5 people. That's it.
At one point,
That was a written law. And look at us now. We are whole. We are Black girl magic. We are Black boy joy. We are, you know what I'm saying? What I think about in terms of giving us hope, right? We're making a lot of people nervous right now, Carrie. We're making a lot of people
Ben.
nervous right now because they're like, dang, we put all these obstacles in their way, and these jokers are resilient. But that should give us hope. That should give us hope that like we can't stop, won't stop. I mean, I went to the school of Diddy. You know what I'm saying? Hashtag, Harlem shaking it right now. Can't stop, won't stop. And I think that's our
Guys, I'll be
motto.
right
We can't
back.
stop voting and we won't stop voting. We can't stop marching and we won't stop marching. We can't stop thriving and we won't stop thriving.
To that end, because you led me directly there, I've been asking everyone who's appeared on this platform, what does activism look like? And I feel like back in the day, we had an idea. Yes, it is marching. Yes, it
Yeah.
is protesting. Yes, it is speaking out against things that we feel are not right or unjust. But talk to me about what activism looks like for Yvonne Orji.
Listen, activism, I think the beauty of activism is that it has many faces, right? You're going to have the people on the front lines. Like, you know what?
I'm gonna get the bestest view ever. First, let me beat this top score. I know. Renegade right here. TTV, by the way. Boom. Uh, Dang it. Yes, I claimed my reward. That's it, boys. I have claimed my reward.
Someone who has used this platform to talk about voting, to talk about racial injustice, and how he's trying to help. Atlanta's very own Russ joins us now. Russ, I'm not going to fan out and tell you one of my favorite things.
See? Where's the rift? I have to get my perfect view. Okay, I thought it was gonna be my ring. Still recording, Michael. I'm in Fortnite now. Let's go.
So one of the t-shirts I wore was, if you want to change the system, speak up, white silence is pro-racism, the whole thing. And it didn't really it kind of got swept under the rug back then. But when all this stuff started happening again, and it's been happening, the police brutality against innocent black people, I was like, man, I'm not the biggest artist in the world, and I certainly don't have the most white fans in the world, but I got a good amount of people that I can definitely mobilize and turn into some money. And I know they're down for the cause because it's merch, it's a good thing. And I've always been outspoken anyways. And so how am I going to be in black culture and not be outspoken about racism?
And then I got to ask you this because you grew up in Atlanta, so that gives you a heads
Mhm.
up, depending for so many people, because you're in the crux of that beautiful black city where there are so many wonderful black leaders, home of so much great music and things that speak to our culture right now. And we are really, really getting our word out, especially with this platform today, and saying
Mhm.
that we must use our voice to vote. Talk to me about what the importance of voting for you in this upcoming election.
Yeah, so full transparency, I had never voted before, ever. Um, and because I was one of those people who was like, my vote doesn't matter, and and I don't know, maybe it's because I was younger, maybe it's because I really thought that, or I don't know, but I just think that it's got to, now this is a bit of a privilege to say it's got to a breaking point for me because obviously it's been past the breaking point for black people, but I think that as a whole, the young people need to get out and vote because we're the ones that never show up. You know what I mean? We never show up to vote, but we're the future. So it's like, look, we got to go out there and vote, and then whatever happens, happens. But at least we did our part. You got to do your
You
part.
know, you're very candid in saying that you just decided to vote, and I think there's a beautiful irony in the fact that you have your fans saying, "Because of you, I'm voting,"
Right.
and there's something beautiful about that. But I want to know why now for you. Why in this moment is it important for you to vote, and what hit your spirit to say, "Yes, this is the time to do it"?
Honestly, because the I think that George Floyd really uh, woke up a lot of people who, including myself, who I was vocal and outspoken about racism. I put it in my lyrics. I put it on T-shirts. I would talk about it in interviews. I was vocal about it. But that video in that moment, I think me along with a lot of other people just kind of was like, all right, like words are simply not enough anymore. We gotta do something, whether it's raising money, whether it's voting or all the above. Like we got to do something. And I'm ashamed that it took that for me to be like, I need to raise money and I need to vote. It's a shame, and I don't know. I guess it snapped a bunch of people out of it. And even if you were vocal and whatnot, it's time to actually put your money where your mouth is. It's time to go vote. It's time to just stop talking about it and be about it. And it's been time for that, but like I said, I'm ashamed that it took me this long to actually really, really be about it, but I'm here now.
So, Rod, voting your assessment.
Okay,
I
I
think,
got
what it's gonna do for
bored.
me, it's gonna
I'm a
let
kid,
me know
so
that
I do not like news or anything. I'm bored now. My father. What? Bro. That's messed up. I gotta be a. Why did they take out emotes? Because I can't use my emote wheel. It's probably because the event. People might be doing take DL.
Harry,
What?
what you doing?
I'm about to go hit that event.
Who's you playing with?
Nobody. I'm gonna go hit that.
Wait, you get some from the event? Huh?
Probably after it's over. No, it's probably like. No, it's tomorrow. It's just the 29th. But I'm gonna check out this. As you see, there's a.
Today is the 29th. Oh, hold on, let me check.
Let's go out. Let's go out. Let's go out. What?
Today is the 29th.
Whoa.
If you get something from it, tell me what it is. So that way I'll let you get on my account here. Alright?
I said it was the 31st.
You said 31st?
Yeah.
So tell me in your words, what does activism look like for
You
you?
did it. You said 29th. No, you just said 29th.
Oh, there's another event. When you get either this event or tomorrow.
Tell me, so I can let you get on my account and do it.
I'm probably not gonna do it.
Okay, yeah.
I said probably.
Athletes speaking up, entertainers speaking up, like we're trying to do it more than a vote.
You said something I thought was so key because covering sports for so long, I know that it's tough for black players
When is it over? I
specifically
want to dance.
in Major
What
League
did you my
Baseball
new
to
emote?
talk about how they feel. Adam Jones did it in a very eloquent way early on, but there are very few that are vocal. You said you all were afraid. Why use that word and why were you afraid?
You was afraid because in 2019 there were 68
Okay,
of us.
we're gonna play some creative. I really want week 7 or 9 guys to come out so I can get the red version of the Eternal Night. That's when I be grinding on Fortnite and all that. Like it's like easy claps. Like I'm like epic. And I so like this emote. Can't believe it was free, by the way. But what happened to Creative Phil? And what happened to Ripley, Toxic, Turk, and 8 Ball? What happened to that? They just threw it out the window. They just said forget about that. And they moved the EGO bases. It just said, nope, forget about this season. Next season, Thanos snap, it's gone. Free for all? 1v1? We gonna clap some people. Come on, man. If I don't lag. So they, oh, Base Jarvis. Oh my god. I can't believe.
This PS4 skin is flaming with King. It missing all the
Finger
shots.
No.
Yeah, why do you
Who's
do that?
who was the guy that said he can come to my house?
I could find your address, but I'm not gonna. I live. What state do you live in?
Oh no, I ain't telling you, asshole.
If you live in, do you live in Minnesota?
I ain't telling you, bitch.
Your mama
Actually,
bitch.
no, your face is a bitch.
Just like your mom and your grandma and your step grandma.
I don't have
Come
a
on
step
now.
grandma. I
So
don't
your
have a
mom
step
doesn't have a
grandma.
mom? Your mom doesn't have a mom?
She doesn't have a
Stupid.
step. She has a
Do
mom, but
do
she
your
doesn't
mom
have a
have a
step.
mom? That's your step grandma.
Nuh-uh, stupid. Nuh-uh.
You're actually retarded.
Oh my god, these kids are annoying. And I can't find an AR. Like, how did I die instantly? Let me think, I'm sticking with this AK. I don't wanna die, I'm gonna go back up there. Hold it down. Oh! Oh, I'm lagging. Lag. Why is everybody spamming? Please? Whoa! And you said I can't touch this. Was that the barrier? It kicked me out. Next creator server. Zero, zero. What's up? I'm tapped. GTV, by the way, I'm stuck in a freaking loading screen again. Yeah, I might just get on Dauntless because I'm stuck in the loading screen every freaking time. They need to fix this freaking stupid game.